It's 20 minutes past 7 o'clock. It's your breakfast show here on Pure West Radio. I'm delighted to be joined by Heather this morning to talk all things Cwm Arian and the fact that you could be joining their mission, sharing wonderful stories. Bore da.
Bore da, Tom. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming in at this time, in this light outside. The bleary-eyed I just mentioned on Traffic and Travel, it was yourself.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm excited to be in this studio, to be honest.
It's great, isn't it? Live in the studio. And, well, you could have someone live joining you, looking at the ins and outs of Cwm Arian, because you're recruiting at the moment. So very quickly, what is the job title? And what is, like, very top? We're going to go into more detail in just a second. But what is it that you want this person to do?
We need a communications officer, a communications coordinator. So somebody that's going to help us tell the stories of everything that we do. With lots of little projects, and all of the projects are really exciting in their own way. So we need somebody to oversee all of that and tell everybody about it, either in person or online.
That's what I love about communications. It's the best job, isn't it? Because you get to find all of these passionate people that are putting on these projects, and you get to look how cool this is.
Yeah,
essentially.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so we've got loads of people in our team, probably about 18 different people that are leading projects that are all really exciting and all really different. And like you say, I don't do them. I just get to go and have a cup of teas with them and go, what are you guys up to? And yeah, I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. So first and foremost then, what is Cwm Arian for those who may not know?
What is Cwm Arian? Some people know us as CARE. Some people know us as Cwm Arian Renewable Energy. Some people know us as Cwm Arian. And about 14 years ago, a wind turbine went up in Llanfernach, and it produces green energy. And then from there, they decided, the people that were setting it up back then decided to keep running projects. So basically, we have three focuses. We are interested in green energy, of course, because that is the original flagship project. Land-based projects. We want to, we're surrounded by farmers, surrounded by farmland. We are surviving off the top 6 inches of soil, essentially. So we are trying to get people to be connected to land that they are surrounded by. And community, we want people to be more connected to each other, more resilient, more just sort of supported. So there are three focuses.
Yeah, well, and you've come out of that Hermon and that Crymych area, and that community spirit, that coming together, is seen throughout other projects, initiatives. They're looking at the farmers and the football club. It's a great hotbed for how community work can actually work, isn't it? And you're part of that.
Do you know what? It is a hotbed in that area, actually. I think there's just really great people that are quite passionate about community that happen to live in that area that are bringing it all together. Well, our office is right next door to the Crymych Arms, which is actually a community-owned pub. We supported them to get solar panels on the roof. I could tell you about that later. But yeah, you're right. That whole area, Hermon, we've got a building in Hermon, which is a studio, which is an arts and sustainability centre. So yeah, there's just a lot going on around there.
Yeah, so give us then a flavour of some of these projects that you've had over the years, because, well, I just saw something about making briquettes out of gorse.
Yeah, briquettes out of gorse. That's actually one of the most exciting projects at the moment. Any given moment, there is one project that I am sort of really excited about, although they are all brilliant. So the briquette boys, as I call them, Timo, they have spent months trying to figure out how to make really brilliant briquettes, so fuel for your fire to keep you cozy and warm. So they go and work with landowners who have far too much bracken growing everywhere, which is the pain in the what's-it, because it is a very dominant plant. It takes a lot of nutrients out of the soil. Animals don't want to eat it. So farmers are always trying to find ways to get rid of it and plough it back. And so the briquette lads go and they say, can I have all this bracken that you clearly don't want? And they've come away and they've tried to turn it into something burnable for fuel banks, for food banks, so that people living with fuel poverty can have access to briquettes to burn on their fire. And they've spent months, they're like a bunch of mad scientists. They all wear PPE, boiler suits, and you can go down there and they'll show you all their mad machinery. All of them have hair on end, standing on end. And they've done it. And now the briquettes are out there. You can get them in Patch Food Bank, Patch Charity, and Cardigan Food Bank, but there are going to be some available to sell. We're not going to have a huge amount to sell, but if you do want to try them, then we really would love to sell some to you, because that money will go back into making more for people with fuel poverty, which is a really real thing, isn't it?
It is, and particularly in this day and age, and we're looking at these different fuel caps all changing all of the time. Anything that can help alleviate that pressure on your outgoings can be positive things. If you've got the ability to burn something and to keep your house warm, then why not have it be something that's naturally growing on the land and a bit of a pain?
Well, that's exactly what we love, is looking at these circular projects and going, this is a massive problem for some people, but it could actually be really beneficial for others. And it ticks all of our boxes, because we're supporting landowners and land workers, we're supporting community, and we're supporting sustainable energy systems. So it's just, we're all over that one. We love the briquettes.
I love that. Well, and give us a flavour then as to some of the other projects that you've been looking at.
What else have we got going on? So we've got a lot of work with solar panels, supporting community buildings. Like I mentioned, we've got the Cwm Arms, we've got solar panels on their roof. And so we've got community buildings all over Pembrokeshire and parts of Carmarthenshire who we can go and say, because there's a lot of solar panels support available at the moment, because there's a real push from the Welsh Government to make places more sustainable, more affordable. So there's pots of money around. So we basically can go and chat to you. We've got 2 guys working on it, Michael and Daniel, and they'll say, look, there's this pot of money available, and they'll link you up and they'll help people to understand what is there for them. They might even help you fill the form out and have access to it. So yeah, brownie huts, community buildings, because these are our hubs, these are our spaces. And this is what I mean about resilient communities. So the spaces are there. If we can support people to be in them, to use them, to make them more affordable, to make them cozier, that's the sort of thing that the solar team are doing.
Because that's one of the things, and everyone knows that putting a solar panel on your roof is going to be beneficial in some way.
Right,
you might not generate enough to put back into the grid and get a couple of pennies, but just reducing your outgoings could be brilliant. But if you don't know where to start or who to talk to, who's genuine to support you, then you're going to be put off by the fear of, oh no, I'm not going to get a very good bang for my buck here. But if you've got Dan and Michael helping you to saying, oh, well, actually, if you go down this route, then they can help you, and there's some suppliers and there's some contractors that we are trusted.
That's it, and it's no strings attached. Nobody's trying to make money out of you at this stage. It's just there to support. It's information and to have a chat. Exactly that. So yeah,
that's brilliant. So then this role, this communications coordinator, it's not project based, which is what we've just been talking about. These different projects. This is something that falls under that core team.
Yeah, good pickup. Exactly. So there's a lot of different projects working on these time-limited projects, I suppose. But this communications officer is a really special role, because it's part of the core team that support all of those projects. And yeah, exactly. So it's 3 days a week. And I think the most exciting thing about the job, other than the cool stuff with the land and the cool stuff with the energy and the cool stuff with the community, is that it is a really, really fun team to work with as well. So anybody that's just got away with words or got away with getting stories out there, we'd love to hear from people. It is actually closing soon. It's I wrote the date down and it's disappeared into my notes. The 16th of November. We want to hear from people by the 16th of November.
16th of November.
Sunday.
And how do people apply?
They go onto our website, which is www.Cwm Arian, CWM Have I spelled that wrong?
Arian, Arian.
Dyslexics on air. .org.uk, and they can click to read the job description and apply, or drop us an email. On your social media there'll be links. Yes,
I was just about to say, we're going to put the links underneath this video, because if you're listening to this on your smart speaker, on DAB, and on the Purist Radio app, we're also live on social media. Hello. We'll put the link for the job description in the comments of this video, so you won't need to look very hard for it. And so they get in touch. Application form, what's the process?
We've got an application form. We've actually got a new application form, which our HR, Neil, is really excited about. And it's quite a straightforward one. And we just want to hear from people, and we want to know why they think that they'll be good at the role and what they can bring with apps, because a big part of our role, a big part of our job is talking to people in community. Having a Welsh speaker would just be the cherry on the cake. That's what
arbennig.
There you go.
Some other key Welsh phrases of saying how excellent it would be.
Yes.
And I imagine it's a mixed media approach. You're looking for someone that can write, someone that can take pictures, someone that can design a little bit, and maybe even a bit of video in there too.
Exactly.
Amazing. It sounds like a great role.
It is actually. I feel really, because it's my role. I feel really sad to be leaving, but I really feel excited for whoever's going to have this role, because it is a great role.
Amazing. And I suppose you're the one that's in the know. You know all about it at the moment. If people want to drop a message, like, I'm interested in applying. Just want to pop a few questions first. Are you happy to
totally
get in touch?
Get in touch. My name's Heather, and you can email me, heather@cwmarian.org.uk. And yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Heather, for coming in and telling us all about this new job role. We find all the details on the website, which we're going to link to this video on our social media, so you can find it there. It'll also appear on our job finder on air. Heather, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything else that you think, oh, I need to mention that before I go?
I think everybody should look up our studio in Hermon, which is an arts and sustainability centre. It's beautiful, and it's got amazing workshops. You can make Christmas wreaths and all sorts in there.
Oh, it's that time of year, isn't it, when we all get together?
Yeah. And you can also hire the space for yourself to run your own workshops.
Amazing. That's so cool. That's up in Hermon, and well, they're going to link the Cwm Arian website, so you can go and have a look at it all on our social media. Heather, thank you so much for joining us here this morning on The Breakfast Show.
Thank you for having me.
It's been our pleasure.
We are Pure West Radio.
From the